Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Justin Shrimp channel. Thought I'd do a little update here. It's been about a month. And yeah, let's dive into it. So I guess first thing you probably notice is this tank over here on the left. This was our old Neocaridina tank that we decided to reset. There was just too many problems with that tank, and soil was getting old and all that stuff. So we decided, let's just reset it. Let's try something a little different here. I had this big old rock that I just absolutely love. This big giant rock in here. You can see it's just awesome for like beneficial bacteria and biofilm growth. And then I brought in some local rocks. There's no substrate in here, and we're just cycling it right now. We added labao bag, bacteria powder, and we introduced some green algae. And green algae is starting to grow. So that's exactly what we want. Got a big air stone in the back, which is very important for making your own green walls. And yeah, not sure what we're going to do. Maybe thinking Sulawesi on this one, maybe, possibly. Otherwise, we can just add some soil into it later and then just let it cycle for another month or so. It's no big deal. There's no rush on anything. But I'm liking the way this looks with the rock pile. These two tanks here, they've been cycling for, I guess, for almost like 6 weeks or something like that. Today's June 23rd. We started them on May 13th and May 14th. And yeah, we were able to produce our own green walls. We made our own green walls, which I'm pretty happy about. It was a fun little experiment. Basically what happened was that at about week 2, by the way, the soil is UNS Contra soil. So it's not known to create green walls in your tank naturally. So I took it on to create my own green walls. But at about 2 weeks of cycling, the glass, everything everything in here turned brown, like severe brown algae diatoms. There's still some remnants on the ground, on the soil here, you can see. But the process I did was, once that brown algae at 2 week mark, I had scraped everything, did about an 80% water change, filled it back up, added air stones, giant air stones in both tanks. I introduced algae that I grew in another grow tent. So I kept dosing green algae in these tanks until it started kind of establishing itself. Slowly but surely, we started building green walls. And then we also added nitrogen, a little bit of potassium, and ammonium. Every day we dosed it, every day. And we had a strong grow light. We had an AC Infinity Evo 3, 280 watt grow light for plants. And we had the lights going for 24/7 for a week straight. And got some good results from that process. We currently have a UV sterilizer in here because this process produces green water. That's just part of it. This is part of the process. You get algae, and then algae just starts to multiply, and then the water will turn green. But we've had that UV sterilizer in here for a few days, and it's already done an amazing job. This tank here is a little cloudy, you can see, so we haven't treated this one. This one will be next. We also experimented with the pH on these. The UNS Contra soil, naturally it sits around 6.1 to 6.3 is kind of where it sits at naturally without doing anything. With this kind of setup, just with 5 liters of soil in each tank, I got it ramped up from like an inch in the front to 3 inches in the back. Kind of the depth of the soil, so about 5 liters of soil in each one of these tanks. And yeah, it seems to be working pretty well. pH is a little concerning. It's pretty high for Caridinas, but you know what? I don't have a problem with dosing the tanks with the pH down, because it literally takes like 2 or 3 drops and you'll see movement in that pH. You know, go from like 6.2 down to 5.8, 5.9. Literally, it's not a whole lot, and it doesn't like buffer immediately either. So as long as you're looking at your tanks every few days, your pH, checking your numbers, it's not really that hard of a maintenance deal. Especially if you have, you know, a monitor that you can just throw in the tank, you know, every day. Just let it sit in the tank like I got it sitting in this tank right now. So yeah, this is a really fun experiment. Got some beautiful green walls in here. Algae's just booming big time. Lots of worms, lots of copepods. And this tank I just picked up recently, and I'm just doing a water test on it to make sure there's no leaks in here. But these are 14-gallon tanks you can get at Petco in the United States, and they're just super good for shrimp. You know, they're 15 inches by 15 inches, really good viewing area in them, and they're just clean looking. I mean, they're just super clean. $50 at Petco when they're 50% off deal. Nice glass lids on them, and I don't know. I like them. They're pretty slick. Nice clean look. So let's see, this tank down here is probably ready to go. I haven't checked it in a while, the parameters and all that stuff. We just got a thin layer of UNS contrasoil and fluval stratum, kind of a really thin layer, 2 or 3 layers of soil on the bottom. Kind of trying to grow some green walls in this tank, but it's not really working that well because of the light. It's a great light. It's a fluval plant light, but just not a lot of light getting on this tank. And then we have our Neocaridina shrimp tank. So if you saw that last video, we had all our Neos in the other 14-gallon tank, and it was just time to reset that tank. Soil was getting old, and we had 3 buried females that I just wanted to make sure they had a nice stable home before they started giving birth. And yeah, it's been awesome. Over the last month, we just have probably 40 or 50 babies that have hatched. A couple of them there. Wild type looking babies. Wouldn't expect anything less because the father is kind of he was a coal red shrimp. You can kind of see him in the back there. Sorry, Buzz, not really focusing that well, but yeah, he's the father of most of the babies in here. We also had a blue shrimp that was in here, a cold blue shrimp, and he disappeared a couple days ago, or about a week ago actually. I don't know what happened to him. I checked around the floor to see if he escaped, but yeah, I don't know. He just, I think the other shrimp ate him up pretty fast or something when he passed away. But he was, you know, over a year old, and same with that red one, like a year old, so I don't know the lifespans exactly, but it was his time, I guess. Yeah, there's babies galore. It's been really fun. I think I've definitely been overfeeding these guys because we've got some cyanobacteria that's starting to form on the glass. You can see more babies there. The bow bag has been very important. I've noticed every day the babies will come and feed on this. But yeah, it's been fun. Shrimp have been, look at them, they're super active right now. Loving life, cruising around. Fish are doing excellent. They've just been breeding like crazy. I think the spring long sun duration. I keep this window open here and put a little AC unit in it because it's definitely temperature is starting to get a lot warmer here in northern Minnesota. so the AC unit had to go in the window. But yeah, the fish are doing awesome. But yeah, just thought I'd give you guys an update here on the fish room, or shrimp room. Thanks for checking it out, and we'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully we'll be adding shrimp next time. Peace out.